Let's start on top again. So here the one that you can see, it's like this long, thin one that stretches all the way across. That's the pecto antebrachialis. And the pecto antebrachialis, it's right on top here. It's kind of like a triangle. That's your pectoralis major. And actually here it would be also pectoralis major because, as I said, it sits on top of it, but it would be pinned like here. So pectoralis major.
Are you kidding me? No.
Then underneath here, it's kind of like a V that goes here underneath the pectoralis major. That's your pectoralis minor. And then the third V that's underneath this one. Unfortunately, it's gone here, but you have like here, this part, that's your xiphi humerales. And humerales is because here is like the humerus, and it's like right underneath there. Okay, and what I mentioned before, here, this is like the part of the latissimus dorsi that stretches all the way to the front. And here again, this dark one is your external oblique, and also here, see, it's like a lot. So also external obliques.
So if you want like external obliques, you'll pin it on the side.
Yeah. So either I would really pin it here because you can see it very well here, and here if you roll them to the back, this side is more exposed.
Okay.
So it could be either here or here.
Okay.
And the same with latissimus dorsi. Yeah, it's still too.
You won't pin. Will you pin the like latissimus dorsi and those like by each other, or you'll have them like on opposite sides?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I mean, here it's like really well, so I would probably, I mean, latissimus dorsi, I'm going to be like on the back.
Okay.
So I'm going to be like here, and it could be that I put it because you can see it on this side very well, that I say external obliques here, but you need to know that it wraps around, because here it's like not that great.
Okay.
And so here you can't see it that well, so I would put it here. So whatever side is like better, but it definitely need to be known that it's like covering all the sides.
Okay.
Okay. All right, flat back. Oh yeah, and then you have the one here that's covered by this connective tissue, and that's actually a tendon. It's just like spread out, and this is called aponeurosis. And whenever you have an aponeurosis, the muscle starts with rectus. So underneath here, you have the rectus abdominis. So it could be, if there's a pin in there, it's a random one. There. So okay, this one says now rectus abdominis, right? So if a pin is in here, it could be either name the muscle, or it could be name the covering.
Okay.
So it's either then the rectus abdominis or aponeurosis.
Okay. And will you have a note card that says which one you want?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So big. So now leg muscles.
Oh no,
Okay, leg muscles here. So here we have the external leg muscles, and then here separate, you can see like this white connective tissue. Also here the pink stuff here a little bit, that would be your femoral artery. So this is what separates it, and the top one here, the big one, is called sartorius, and then this here is the gracilis, and gracilis because it's closer to the groin, so, or you can remember it like that. So gracilis sartorius. You also have it here, so that would be sartorius, and here the gracilis, but they're cut open so that you can see the internal leg muscles. Okay, so let's start with the stuff that's underneath the gracilis. So the first one here is like this really big one. That's the semimembranosus. You don't need to know this one, but you need to know the one that's here, that's little triangle, that's right next to it, that's a little dark and looks already like pretty bad. That's your adductor femoris. And then right next to it here, that goes a little bit like this, like longer, that's your adductor longus. So here, semimembranosus, adductor femoris, and then adductor longus. You see? Semimembranosus, adductor femoris, adductor longus.
Is it also triangular?
No, it's like more stretched out. So it's like really going like this. Okay, then underneath the sartorius, first one here, this one, that's the vastus medialis. So medialis, but more medial. Then this guy here, also covered again by an aponeurosis. So we know it starts with rectus, and this is the rectus femoris, because the femur is like really right underneath. So that's this one. And there again, if a pin is in there, could be what's the muscle or what's the covering. Okay? And then unfortunately here it's partially removed. I think here you can actually see it a little bit better because it's still attached to it. So this one here or here right next to it, that will be your vastus lateralis. Okay. So if there's a pin like more, it's like this and it's more like here next to the rectus femoris and it's like right here, then it would be vastus lateralis. But for rectus femoris, I would really go right in the middle. And then it would be like either covering or rectus femoris. Okay. And I think that's it. Yeah.